Today I'm going to be sharing 3 trading tips for those who are looking to start trading or are still relatively new to trading. Now sometimes when the market takes a turn for the worse, people are at a bit of a loose end, they're not as busy or as active in the space, and they look for new activities, new income streams and so on. Now trading is something that a lot of people stumble across. It's worth giving it a try, seeing if it's right for you, and then going from there. So I'm going to tell you 3 tips today, 3 real tips in terms of what trading is really like, and then you can go away and make your own decisions. Now first of all, you may be wondering, who am I to give trading advice and tips? And it's a good question, because I'll be the first to admit I am not the perfect trader, if such a thing even exists. Now, my story is I got into crypto back in 2018. I didn't really know what I was doing. Was I a trader, an investor? I don't know, I just bought some stuff and tried to figure it out. Around 6 months later, going into around September, October of 2018, that's when I started to learn about trading, starting with the basics, technical analysis, and so on. So I've been in the space ever since. I've been trading ever since. Am I a full-time trader? I wouldn't say so. I'm not staring at charts for 12, 16 hours a day. That's just not me. But I would say that I am still a very active swing trader in the space. Okay, so tip number 1, if you are still relatively new to trading, it is understanding that technical analysis is not actually trading. Now it's really good if you can draw some key levels of support and resistance, maybe some trend lines and so on the charts, but they are worth nothing if you don't action them. What I mean by this is what trading really is about managing your positions, managing your risk, making sure that you have a plan, a set of trading rules, all of this stuff. Now, I'm not going to go into what these should look like. You can go away on YouTube, you can look at Crypto Cred stuff. He puts so much great trading content out there on YouTube, so I do recommend to check that out. I'll put a link in the description. But besides from that, going back to the original point, it is not TA. TA is the foundation. It helps you get things into place to find the right trade, but it is all about executing that trade. And without the things that I just mentioned, you're not going to do that. Because if you don't actually pull the trigger, if you don't make decisions, if you don't put money on the line and take risk, then you are not actually going to ever make any money. Moving on to tip number 2 now, and this is being comfortable with trading both ways. Now what I mean by this is being able to go long and be bullish on a setup, but also being short and actually being more bearish and removing those emotions and being able to trade both directions. Now, if you are generally an investor, this can be quite difficult because, of course, you just want to see numbers go up, portfolio go up, and that is a very simple approach. But as a trader, shorting can be a very useful tool and mindset. Now, if you look at the market conditions over these last few weeks, shorting would have been very, very helpful for those who want to be profitable, because let's face it, those who are looking for longs, yeah, of course, people scalping might have done well, but generally speaking, those who are looking for longs will have struggled over these last few weeks. So it's very important to understand that removing them emotions, removing any bias, and actually being able to look at the chart with, a completely unbiased perspective and look at the chart for what it is going to be very, very helpful. And just before we get into the last tip, I just want to say, if you are enjoying the video, please do drop a like, please do subscribe to the channel, and also comment and let me know. I know a lot of people aren't so interested in the educational type content, but if you are, and if you have anything in particular that you want to see, let me know in the comments and I'll definitely take a look. And the third and final tip is establishing what type of trader you are. Now, it's very, very important to understand, especially when looking on Twitter and looking at different people's ideas, that everybody is a different trader. Some people may be scalping, some people may be a swing trader like myself. The list goes on, and someone might be bearish on the feed and you might think, oh, well, this doesn't really line up with my thoughts right now. Maybe I'm feeling a little less confident in my trade, but maybe they're looking at the 1 minute, 5 minute chart, whereas you're looking at the daily, the weekly. So it's a very, very different perspective. They might actually be thinking the same way as you in the longer term, but have different plans in the short term. So it's very, very important to keep this in mind. Now, when it comes to actually establishing what type of trader you are, like I said, there's no one size fits all, so you have to work it out for yourself. And people's circumstances, their personal situations are going to play a big factor in this. So just to give 2 examples, if you are a full-time employee with 3 children at home and a wife, and don't really have much downtime when you do get home from work and beat the rush hour traffic, maybe a swing trader is more your type of style because you don't have as much time to spend staring at the charts all day. But if you are a student with no responsibilities and have all the time in the world outside of classes, nothing else really going on, maybe you dive deeper, maybe you get more involved in the, staring at charts if that's what you enjoy doing, because that's another important factor. You have to enjoy it. You have to, make sure that you can bear it, because if you can and you force it, that is going to impact them trading results directly. So it's very, very important to note that. So that pretty much wraps up today's video. Like I said, if you did enjoy it, please do drop a like and subscribe. Comment and let me know if you want to see more content like this. And if you do have any specific suggestions, let me know and I'll be sure to check them out. In the meantime, please do trade safe, please do invest safe, and I'll catch you in the next one.